Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good evening, whatever. I apologize for the
technical difficulties.
Yes, we had technical difficulties. Professor Render, this is Poseidon. We are here for the remaining of Fast Friday, as we have ourselves an open early boot C with 7-7 Fast Ganon. Picked up a mirror in the Sanctuary, and P-Train is... Well, he had a little bit of a problem with ROM, but I'm not going to go too much into detail about that. And there's that aforementioned mirror on P-Train's side. So there's that. We did find a sword inside the Thieves' Hideout, and everyone starts with boots. Yes, that is the case. So Ravis now entering Kakariko Heroes. By the way, we have Ravis, P-Train, Koi Power, and Mr. Scrub Ninja Tuna on the restream. Oh, that's a mouthful.
Yep. But anyway, good evening. That was also a shield on the Lumberjack Ledge. We've got a Moon Pearl in Blind's Hideout, along with Big 20.
Our boots.
The boots chest.
That was our boots chest. So in case you were wondering, if you're not familiar with early boots, we do get the boots early. But since technically the boots are in the map or the item pool, we need to because we took it from the item pool. We need to find another way to just bring that other chest back into the map pool by itself. So instead of just giving you the boots again, it just gives you a empty chest, which preferably I would rather have to see it 20 single rupees. It'd make more sense.
Yep. And there's our lamp in the well. However, Ravis doesn't have any bombs to go to the back just yet. I imagine he'll come back shortly, though. Chloe will go ahead back there. But yes, as we mentioned tonight, hey, there's bombs in the back of the well. As we mentioned, it is a fast seed tonight, or quote-unquote fast. We start with boots and fast Ganon. We know how fast Ganon goes. It's air quotes fast.
Yes.
So, we'll see. But we don't have to do GT, so it may be a little bit faster.
Now, the only possible thing that GT could ever have is if all three, or at least four or three, at least three swords are in Ganon's tower, and we do not find any of them, find another sword in the rest of the game.
Yeah,
because of the fact it's fast game. And with this specific one.
Yeah, our bottle vendor has a full heart. And I didn't catch what they actually found in the back of Blind's Hideout. I'm imagining it wasn't anything too significant.
No, nothing too significant. Yeah, just some bombs and we're good to go.
Ravis is gonna be a little mad here. Because he just went and bought bombs for this.
Yeah, he felt like bombs already, but there's more bombs.
Aww. Scruff tried to give us a chicken clip.
It's a partial clip.
Alright, we'll count.
Anyway, that was pretty much all we can got. We got a Moon Pearl and the lamp right out of the gate, so don't have to worry about dark rooms. That's good. All dark rooms are in logic, and you don't need to worry about a fire rod, because that's how V31 has it now.
Yep.
So Chloe going to the South Shore.
Scruff checks our library for a couple of bombs.
And Race Game didn't have anything of significance too, which is only just 20 rupees. Chloe gonna open up the dam and be rewarded with a red boomerang, which he's gonna skip out on.
Ooh, disrespecting the red boomerang. Obviously, Chloe prefers the blue.
Well, I'm at this point in the race, and at this point we got plenty of bombs, so we don't have to really necessarily worry about finding bombs off of the stunt prize.
Ooh, that was a nice triple for Chloe, though, on those mini Moldorms.
Check it up. So in mini Moldorm game, if you have 3 bombs, a heart piece, another set of 3 bombs, our master sword, I guess now in play, and 10 arrows.
Okay, that's alright.
Yep, we have Aga in play. Ravis is going to go to Sahasrola's closet. And maybe I don't think he'll be probably checking the actual Sahasrola for green pendant. And nothing else other than 20 rupees, and another set of 20 rupees, and a heart container. 40 rupees and a heart container. And it looks like Ravis is going to commit to going to check Eastern early without a bow.
Chloe giving us the Ice Rod Cave. Unfortunately, it was nothing worthwhile.
Yep, and I don't know. Ravis checking Eastern really early sounds kind of strange, but we did get a map check as well. We had Tower of Hera and Desert Palace as our pendants, and Eastern Palace is the odd one out with a crystal. And Chloe is going to check the Waterfall Ferry with using the Water Walk only. We got a shovel. Okay. Nothing too crazy other than a fetch quest.
I like fetch quests.
I don't see anything wrong with a fetch quest. And only 5 rupees on Zora Ledge, so, and he's going to say, I'm out of here. Let's get this shovel check out of the way. P-Train going to check Agita's hut. Only receiving a heart piece. Ravis grabbing at that big key out of Eastern Palace.
And apparently I missed it, but flew on Desert Ledge, so book required for Desert.
Ooh, that's a rough spot. So P-Train going to check Desert Palette, like Desert area early, which for a lot of Zagana does make does give him the knowledge about the flute. So we will need definitely need a book for that. We don't. So normally when you get a flute like that in a situation like this, you have to get the book no matter what. So, and that's because that's your only access into Desert Palace. If you had the flute earlier, you would be able to do, like, if you had the Time Smith as well, you would be able to flute from 6, and then mirror from the certain, like, the one ledge from, like, in the Mire area in order to get to Desert Palace, but that's not the case. Chloe going to go into escape. And Ravis picking up a compass, and that is going to be the end of his Eastern Palace dive for now.
All right.
There's flippers in the front of escape.
All right. Well, that puts our shovel back in logic.
Yep, that brings that easy. That's a pretty easy logic thing to bring back into logic. So now Chloe is going to go to the Zelda's cell, and with that, and with the lamp in hand, she'll be able to do the back of escape really early. This is because that's in logic along with Dark Cross. Grave's going to pick up that red boomerang. And only a heart piece from that shovel.
I have to admire the shovel run, though. That was pretty...
Chloe picked up the same card inside Zoe's cell.
At least it's looking like a healthy seed, so... Bottle was on our good friend the Hobo.
One of at least 4 vanilla locations.
Yep.
So Sick Kid is now in play, which gives us a Power Glove.
All right.
That's helpful. Seriously, Chloe Power opting not to... Wait, is he going for the Aga play that early?
Might be. Looks like it.
This makes no sense. He got the flippers. He's able to get a Power Glove from the Sick Kid from the Vanilla Hobo. I don't agree with this play. Because there's so many locations you can check now. There's Death Mountain already available. Scruff is going there right now. If he had decided to go and grab the flipper, and get the flippers that he got earlier on, and then turn that into the Sick Kid for the glove, he's able to go up the mountain. Now, we'll see what happens if this does pay off for him. If we don't find a hammer here on the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Chloe's probably thinking along the lines of how the seeds have lately kind of been trolly with either teasing you with Aga early, or being like, hey, you should go to Aga, but hey, don't actually go to Aga, but hey, you actually need to do Aga.
Yeah, Aga's been really weird this week, or these past couple of races.
Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, I can see the logic behind the play. You just said, let's get it out of the way.
There's a shield on top of Spectacle Rock, as well as 300 rupees inside Spectacle Rock, which Scruff is going to pick up now. He's seen this from that part of the exit, and as Chloe is showing enough here, hints are disabled. And when hints are disabled, the hint tiles give out the obvious example. It's basically, I think, the translated version of Sahasrara's little telepathic message, like little hints to the player if you're playing vanilla.
Yeah.
So Scruff's gonna ready that. Oh, that's a rough death for Scruff. But that will honestly, that death, it was unintentional. But since he's already on the mountain, he's a little bit of ways up ahead. That's not really too worried about it. But anyway, Chloe is about to fight Aga 1. From 0 to 15, how many blue balls are we going to get? I'm going to say 3 because it's always 3.
4.
How dare you?
Yeah, I dare very much.
But for those who are not familiar with Aga 1, the way Aga 1 works is that the first hit, by the way, we're going to get a map check. We have our green pendants on the pod, as well as Swamp Palace and Misery Mire being our 5/6s. So how Aga 1 works is that for the first hit, the first attack that he throws, it will be a guaranteed red ball no matter what. Attacks 2 from 4 can either be a red or a blue ball. If you get a blue ball, then you do not get it. It bounces off and does nothing. And the 5th one will always be a lightning attack, and then it will recycle through until you get the 6 hits.
So if you really wanted to be mean, you could say 16 blue balls.
Yeah, but Chloe's having a rough time on this Aga fight. There's just all the blue balls. But one thing I've learned from playing randomizer Steves is that you can hold on to the back wall of Aga when he's doing the lightning attack, and you'll be able to save some lag frames that way. I'm not sure why the lightning attack has lag when you're not holding a wall, but it does. We got a key inside. We have a key inside the big chest of Hera, which Scruff would know is not fire locked.
And that was 5 blue balls, by the way.
And whoa, okay, that actually is work. That is well. So Chloe did make the right call here in getting the Titans mitts technically, but it begs the question: is this Aga required? Is there a hammer in the light world that Chloe did not pick up and thus wasting some time?
Perhaps. Not that we've seen yet. Also, Lumberjack Ledge was just a shield, so we know it's not for that.
Yeah, and Scruff takes a hard fall from Moldorn.
Yep, took the words right out of my mouth there, Professor.
P-Train also doing Aga. So, for him specifically, again, he still hasn't found the Power Glove. But since Scruff had already picked up a Power Glove from the Sick Kid, this makes sense for him to go up the mountain. I believe he grabbed... Actually, no, he's already picked up the glove from the mountain. Or from Sick Kid, which had the vanilla, which was on the vanilla flute. One of the vanilla bell locations. And there's only a compass, and I believe that means we have an item in the basement. Unless I'm miscounting things, or didn't count at all, and we already have 2 items. But that's our first pendant. So we do have confirmation that there is an item in the basement. So Scruff's going to go there now. That is, logically, he has the lamp so that he can do this. So with the item placement being on Desert Palace and Pod, we will only need a bow and a book, bow, hammer, and book, in order to at least have the pendants for a potential pedestal check, a blind polar pedestal check. If we get the book, though, I don't think the runners are probably going to check the ped before pulling it. It just seems
they might check it once they're over by Skullwoods.
Probably, yeah. Raven's going to grab his Power Glove, as well as Peter going to grab his technically Titans mitts for Scruff and Ravis. Yep, and there's another bottle.
Yep. So I found that second bottle in Pod.
So that's 3 bottles accounted for. And I think alone, now we've pretty much run out of checks in the light world. So Chloe's played to do Aga. It did pay off. Oh, and actually, I don't think about this too. We do have Zora remaining. So if we get the money for Zora, which Scruff is in the position to do to get that much, we might see Zora. And if everyone else gets, and if for whatever reason the hammer is on Zora, then Chloe and P-Train's play to do the Aga 1 play will be a waste of time. But they will be rewarded with a Power Glove. That's their consolation prize, let's say.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, regardless of the Aga play, it's all about what you do with it afterwards.
Yeah, we get a big key from the Dark Maze from the top left, now going to the bottom right. And our cape.
Alright.
Got to pick up the flippers.
Both pairs of footwear have been located. Of course. Very early, too.
Chloe did not find anything on inside the big chest of pod, so the rest of this play is going to be the rest of the dungeon is going to be bow locked and hammer locked.
And P-Train just pulling off a sick hover and pod.
Yep, P-Train is one of few runners that can hover. I mean, given the fact that this is a seed where you get the boots early, it makes sense for him to. I mean, it's not common for him to just hover. So Scrub is also going to do the Aga play. At this point, I think he doesn't have enough money to do Zora just yet, so he's only 9 short. But seeing that at this point he's probably not going to get enough money to get the Zora play out of the way when he's there, it makes sense for him to go to the Aga play now.
I think his other concern is also pod money, so...
Yeah, but he will be rewarded for Timesmiths, so that is technically Dark World access in the form of an Aga 1 kill. But it remains to be seen if the hammer is in the Dark World or not.
Chloe gonna go ahead and pick up a first shield here.
I don't believe Chloe checked that when he was originally doing that. So this is going to be he went into Aga blind, knowing that he's trying to at least hopefully get a gamble and hoping that pays off. It did sort of pay out for him. He got a glove, but again, remains to be seen. We got the hammer in the Dark World rounds. Chloe going to take the old man and open up Death Mountain. So Scruff will have the 500 rupees. He might go and do, I don't know. He could probably check Catfish, then go to Zora afterwards. But maybe his big intention is going to go pod first, then go to Catfish after he grabs the Timesmiths. But Rivas takes down Moldorm as well. Second player to do so. Getting that compass, and there will be that item in the basement, which is nothing.
Yeah.
From Rivas' side, he does not know that, but we know it. Chloe going to go up the hair as well, grabbing a fire shield. So Scruff's on the Aga 1 fight, and P-Train making their way through Eastern Palace with a Aga kill already down. Scruff will be the third player to kill Aga. 1, at least.
Yep.
One thing I should probably mention is I always thought that the top of his head looked like the top of his head. I thought that was his face, it looked like a porky face. But as I looked at the sprite closer, and I just referenced the actual official artwork for him, I found out that's actually his cap, and his actual face is lower than that.
Yep.
I don't understand why. It's the green on that. It contrasts with the dark with the face down there. Makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's just old video game sprites for you.
Yeah, you have power limitations, so there's that. But Scrub kills Aga 1.
Do a little dance, make a little love, get Dark World tonight.
And he will get Dark World access, and that will do it. We'll get his Dark World access from the Timesmiths alone. So Scruff will definitely be happy because his play to get the Chloe hit the middle hole.
Oof. Poor Chloe.
That's down 2 floors for Chloe, but Scruff, since he already has he found the Timesmiths early from the hobo, given one of the vanilla bottle locations, and then getting that in return for a Timesmiths, a power glove from Sick Kid. Then that's actually, it makes him pretty happy for that. Ravis did also do a hula hand, by the way. Chloe taking a death on Muldor.
But yeah, it does look like Scruff will be going up the Catfish here. So after the Catfish check, we'll get a mirror, get a check of Zora and the ledge.
Yeah, so this will either confirm or deny that Aga was required for Dark World access. 20 rupees on the Catfish, and Ravis is actually going to be checking. Looks like they're going to. No, Ravis is going to do the waterfall fairy, right? But Scruff is going to be checking Zora yet, first of all, and if we did find a hammer here, if we find a hammer here, that will be absolutely horrible for Scruff and everyone else who hasn't done Hack 1 yet.
Yep. Just a bloopy on the ledge, though, so...
Yeah,
if that's an indication of our good old Scamfish, we probably won't see anything.
And it's going to be 10 arrows, so that does confirm it. We do need Aga 1 for Dark World access. Chloe did make the right call to go into Aga when he had the chance to. So that's a good thing on him. P-Train also going to do another hover here. Nice. So Ravis, finding out there's only 10 arrows, pretty much that says it here. You need to get those Timesmiths from the Pyramid Ledge. You gotta do Aga.
Yeah. I'm just wondering when Chloe's gonna go back for Sick Kid.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. Because Chloe did the Aga play when he was pretty much in Escape. He pretty much left. He orphaned Zora, which is a good play. I will say that, but he also orphaned the flipper checks when he found the flippers inside of Escape. Now, the fact that he got a bottle from Pod, that does lead him to the possibility he'll be able to check Sick Kid earlier on. He'll be able to check Sick Kid later. So he will be getting the Timesmiths. It's just in an order that it's just a little bit out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, once we well, he'll have to go back at some point. That's for sure. I'm sure we'll be kind of locked out of Village of Outcasts otherwise.
And the one thing too is that both gloves are in logic for hit, because he found the flippers inside the front of Escape, and then he also found the Timesmiths on Aga 1. So like after killing Aga 1. So there's that. Anyway, Scruff is doing the Graveyard Ledge, only 50 rupees.
But that's pod money for him, so that'll help.
We're only like 30 short.
Yeah.
But Scruff is also going to check the King's Tomb. Grabbing 3 bombs.
Okay, yeah, here's Chloe back in Kakariko.
And Chloe is going to be again the Timesmiths.
There we go. Good job, Chloe.
Time investment, and it did pay off well for him when he got that glove. So that helps. So, and this is good news. This is a good routing from Chloe too. Since he did the Aga play earlier, that does mean By the way, there was the only thing that's left remaining in that chest was the key, the Dark Heart's key. So there's that. Chloe gonna do Village of Outcasts because he managed to get the sick kid earlier and he found the glove there. So he's going to do the Village of Outcasts, and chess game only has a blue boomerang.
Chat praises the blue banana.
Yep, if you're familiar, straight from the Zelda 1 community. Yay! By the way, how's the tournament going on on the Zelda 1 tournament? I've seen some really cool races.
I haven't tuned in, honestly.
There's some good races there. I saw the tail end of a really close race that had that was a really close race. So what I remember hearing, Ganon and Zelda were, I believe, one room apart.
Ooh.
And it was one of the runners found the silver arrows in level 9, and one other runner went a little bit farther ahead. There's our first bow, by the way, in Peacetown. But I don't want to harp on it too much. If you want to check out Zelda 1, the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament, be sure to tune in to Speed Gaming channels. You will not be disappointed.
Yep, or if you just want content in general, check out all the Speed Gaming channels. This time of year, there are very many events going.
Yeah, we have some really nice tournaments. Check the schedule, because there will be a lot of interesting things going on here on Speed Gaming. So, yeah, I'll also be sure to follow the runners, because they're putting on a good show. And you may be interested in following our crew. Today we have Ginksy Girl and Math Girl, both girls, tracking for us today. And of course, I'm Professor Ryder, and my co-commentator is Poseidon. So we'll be taking the headsets for the remainder of your night.
Well, part of the remainder.
Part of the remainder of your night. Yeah.
Depends on how soon we might fall asleep to the scene.
Anyway, Ravis on his Aga 1 fight, Chloe going through Peacetown.
And Scruff going through the Skullwoods.
Only 20 rupees in the big one chest after the Gibdo room. Going to take a death warp here.
Giving his skull to the Skullwoods.
The P-Train is bringing a sigh of relief with that play, with that risk to make the play over to Pete with the making that play for Kako 1 earlier. So there's that.
And Ravis getting the Titans. P-Train about to follow that up too. Oh wait, no. P-Train already got that.
Yeah,
Don't mind me.
He's almost there, yeah. He's almost there. Going to take the alternative route you don't normally see unless you're playing NNG. And Chloe is going to be on the blind fight. So far, on script, nicely done. This is the part where I start to panic here. And that's it's off script there, but finishes the job.
Charge
Into it for a blue rubies and first blood for Chloe Prower.
Well, first crystal.
First crystallized blood. Something like that. There's our big key in the pinball room.
The death warp.
Yep, a brand new addition to V31 is that now that the pinball room in Skull Woods does not give you a guaranteed key.
Yep, advanced logic placement, or advanced item placement logic.
Yep, and in addition to that as well, the fire rods, if they didn't have the lamp, any dark room with a torch box is now in logic if you have the fire rod. So there's that.
Yep.
10 arrows
Also,
in the brewery.
everyone's favorite, which is the progressive bows.
Yep, the progressive bow has been a popular. It is very popular. People love the progressive bow. So now Chloe got 10 arrows out of the brewery, and C-shaped house did not have anything. So Chloe is going to do the dead game next.
And I imagine after this, we'll probably see our Smith chain part of it.
So only a heart piece in the dead game. Everyone else grabbing their blue boomerang from the chess game. And Chloe Power is going to turn into blacksmiths.
Yep.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty common after we get done with the digging game if we've got a mirror.
Yeah.
You know, you might as well.
Now, if we had the hammer, which is confirmed to be in the Dark World, this does mean, though, we won't be able to do the hammer pegs just yet.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider.
And we don't have mushroom for fake powder or even the real powder to mirror through to the magic bat check.
Yeah, we would also probably need the Samaria for that fake powder to at least set it up. Blacksmith had nothing.
But they do leave behind a lovely purple chest.
And which Chloe Power is going to be taking next. So, what we're looking for so far is we're looking for both rods, at least one medallion for Mr. Meyer and Turtle Rock, if not two.
And there's one right there. It's a Quake medallion.
Speaking of medallions, there's our Quake. And then we need a hook shot and a Samaria. And we're good to go. Oh, and also the flutes.
And
Forget
a
about the
book.
flutes.
Forgot the book to get to the flute.
Yeah, you get the book and you get the flute. So there's that.
In other words, we still got a lot of items to find.
Yeah, it's still early. It's still pretty much mid-game at this point. We had an Aga 1 play. We had an Aga required seed, which we know that the hammer is going to be in the Dark World.
Yeah, and Chloe dropped the lunchbox, so gotta kind of go back for it, but maybe we'll see Hype Cave first.
Or as I like to call it, Cave 73, because it's pretty much the same name as Cave 45. It shares the name as Cave 45 based on the same map set as where Cave 45 got its name from.
So is it a Hype Cave or a Gripe Cave tonight? We've got a
Well,
book!
we got a book. Okay, alright. I take my words back. That's required.
Yep, big 20, 10 arrows, heart piece, and another heart piece. So
Everything is okay. The bottom four is irrelevant. We pretty much have our book. We have access to Desert Palace. We have a tempered sword on the purple chest. We at least have a sword. So, and we did find another sword like later on. So for P-Train specifically, we have a tempered sword.
Yep.
So, everything in that chest, in the other four chests, are relevant. So we have our book. We have progression.
Chat wants to argue with that. We got a 3 out of 10 and a 4 out of 10 vote there.
We're overrated.
We will get a Bombos tablet check though.
And our single arrow.
Aw, unique item.
The unique item. Just to say someone in chat, to acknowledge someone in chat, I like that joke. I love it.
That is a good joke.
I know. I keep going on, but like I thought it was funny. Anyway, Chloe got the book. He's going to go grab his flute from. Oh, he's very glad. He's very happy to see that. That's for sure.
Cutscene, activate!
And both Petrin and Chloe Power are going in at the same time. So, hooray! Synchronization. Rave is going to grab his book from Hype Cave. Book Cave. Library Cave. Whatever you want to call it.
Flute cave.
Lo-fi hip-hop beats to study, the relaxed study 2 cave. That's a long stretch.
That hurt my head. Stop, please.
Just call it lo-fi hip cave, okay? Lo-fi hip-hop cave.
The cave of passing echoes.
Okay, whatever. And let's not dwell on that too much. Let's just focus on Chloe and Peach Rain. The big key is going to be in his vanilla location, as there was nothing else to really do just yet because the dungeon was boots locked. Again, since we had the boots from the start, this doesn't matter. Raven's going to pick up the single arrow, or the unique item. Keyword being the, because if we had hints on... Oh, by the way, actually, there was a mushroom locked behind the boots. Okay, never mind. Never mind, it's not boots locked. I did not catch that bit.
Something unique on mushroom. Seeded boots.
And our hookshot.
Let's go. Ooh. Boing, as chat would love to say.
Just you, bitches. So that brings East F Mountain into play. And Chloe gonna grab his flute, and he's very happy to see that, because he did not go, as far as I remember, he did not go and do it. Although he's gonna leave Desert Palace behind because it is a pendant, and he already found those 2 items, so he's good.
Yeah, but unless we have a pet seed, which I mean, it's possible at this point. It's just possible. We'll just leave it at that. It's
now,
possible.
if it were to be a pet seed, we would have to. It would have the possibilities of that are it can't be the hammer. It can be the fire rod because we do have a fire source to go to the Lambo's fire.
Yeah, fire rod, ice rod, either of the medallions.
Either Bombos or
Samaria.
Ether. Case. And Samaria. Or potentially our second bow.
Or powder to lead to one of those 5 items.
Yeah, but our main source of regression is going to be those. It's going to be both rods, Bombos or Ether, and or the Samaria. But it really depends on if Mizumire or Turtle Rock is Bombos or Ether. If it's both or Quake, then it can't be those medallions. Peach Rain and Chloe Power have activated their flutes.
Peach Rain's gonna turn into mushroom. Chloe is gonna go ahead and check the mire area.
And there's our there's our Burna, but not Samaria.
Yeah, wrong game. Try again.
It's close enough. It's close enough. Anyway, 3 bombs over in the Mire Shed, Chloe Power, and 20 rupees.
Right.
We get a check on what was required from Mizumire, though.
Chat said maybe Quake?
it's so hard to see because these runners are going really fast. Chloe Power going to check Checkerboard Cave now. Ravis is going to actually kill Lamolas here. And 50 rupees on Checkerboard Cave. Scruff's gonna grab his book.
And Chloe gonna go dip pod.
We're gonna check. That's gonna dip Eastern, but close enough. Actually, I'm not sure. Not sure why Chloe opted to do take a bunch of damage there, but Pedrian's going to be is in East Death Mountain though. It's going to be checking both Dark Death Mountain and East Death Mountain, starting off strong with Paradox Cave.
7 items to be had.
It's a high value play here right off the mountain. Starting things off strong, we have our hammer. Okay. I take back what I said about the hammer in the Dark World. Technically, it could still be the Light World, but it will need Dark World items to get it. So there's our hammer. We have access to. We do have pod that we can do, and there's a Samaria. There you go. High value play for P-Train. Really paying off well.
Hype Cave?
I remember hearing from a race long ago where they said Hype Cave was split up into 3 different mini hype caves: Paradox Cave, Mini Muldorm Cave, and what was the other one?
Actual Hype Cave?
I don't know. It's not an actual Hype Cave. It's like I say, Hype Cave splintered off into 3 different ones.
It might be Spike Cave.
I don't want to dwell on it too far, but I keep saying I don't want to dwell on it too far, but it's gonna probably gonna kill me. But Chloe Power gonna use that bow that he picked up, and he's gonna going off to kill Armos. He's gonna check Super Bunny Cave. I think it's Hookshot Cave. That was the 3rd one, but I can't be sure. There's our second bow.
Well, P-Train's bow, but everyone else is Silver Sword.
Yep.
I don't imagine that they'll skip that, so it won't be a silverless night.
Yay!
We can have an actual fast Ganon. Air quotes pending.
Yep. And we have Bombos on Turtle Rock, so potentially that is going to be. Potentially the Bombos is going to be on there. There's our Ice Rod, by the way.
You know what they say about Turtle Rock. If you don't have the key, it's always under the doormat, so maybe we'll see it soon.
And 20 rupees. So we're closing in on things here. We have our silvers. We have our Samaria. We have... Well, for P-Train, he's got a bow. But we know where our second bow is. And there's our gold sword on the Floating Islands.
All
and then
right.
P-Train's going to round things off with a Spiral Cave play. Hooray.
Thankfully, since we have the boots, it's not that long of a walk.
Yay. That's the beauty of having early boots.
Yep, we're not recreating the Lord of the Rings here, since we have the boots. Just 300 rupees though.
And the good news for P-Train's routing here, since he has a whole bunch of items, he's never dipped a crystal dungeon yet. He's been playing this so well that he has never ever had to go into any crystal dungeons, and he's pretty much building up his pile before having just pretty much steamrolling the rest of the match.
Yeah, that is very true.
Oh. That's a bad RNG from that fairy. on P-Train's side.
Yeah, and P-Train's off to the ether tablet.
Picking up only 10 arrows.
We do have Cane of Burna. We could see Spike Cave.
Yeah, that's the next play.
Yep. Plus, I believe he picked up a blue potion when he was over at the witch's hut, turning mushroom. So.
Yep. I think he's gonna be popping one of them because he did not find a fairy here. He's gonna have the hammer out. I think he might just pop one to start. Oh, he's gonna go for burn immediately. Okay. Well, he has the boots, so he's on a time limit here. But with the boots, this time limit won't be too bad.
Yep, just enough. Or a heart piece.
Okay, so the P-Train going to be... Looks like P-Train might be doing Misery Mire next.
Very possible.
Yeah, P-Train... I don't see anything wrong with him doing this play here. Because he has a whole lot of items now. The only thing he can't really clear is Skullwoods and Turtle Rock. He's got all this stuff. Well, technically, he can't do Ice Palace either because he does not have Bombos or a Fire Rod to at least get through the front door. But outside of those dungeons in particular, that does mean that he has a lot of dungeons to clear. And I believe he might be starting off with Thieves Town.
Yep.
Fully gonna grab his gold sword. This will be his tempered sword. And Chloe did pick up his silver arrows, so that's a good sign. Scruff eliminates the Armos Knights and grabs his first crystal. Chloe going to be grabbing his 10 arrows from the ether tablet. And Scruff is also going to be doing pod. Without the hammer.
Yeah. I mean, he has a bow, so he can get through. He can see what else is at least in here, but...
Yeah, he's able to do the bowlock side of pod, but he can't finish it. I mean, it makes... Well, to be fair, it's a green pendant. The runners might opt to do it. Runners might opt to kill Helmastar, but it's so out of the way at this point in the game that I don't believe the green pendant will have anything of use.
Yep. It's unlikely, but I mean, we still have
it's unlikely
to go.
It is possible, though. Unlikely, but possible.
But then again, when you have 216 chests in a game, every one check is unlikely. So, play the odds.
216 locations.
That's what I meant. Well, checks, not...
Checks, yeah, checks. It's better to just refer to it as checks.
I meant checks, I said chests.
Yeah, because there's items in plain sight. There's items in, like... Yeah, there's items in plain sight. This one's hidden underneath rocks in plain sight. There's items hidden behind a checkerboard-looking place. Also in plain sight. You get the idea.
Yep.
Scruff He got those 3 items, those 2 items. Now, the Juke checks in the bow lock side. Petrie did hover to do this earlier, so he knows that pod is nothing.
Yep.
At least for now.
Yeah. Chloe will be going to Swamp Palace, which that's 6 items that we can potentially get. So, going for the value plays.
Now, Petrie does have that hammer. He's going to check the big chest. Going to be containing the compass. Chloe Power is going into Swamp Palace. Not a bad play. 6 items. Heck, he can clear it. Oh, Raven actually took a death in a blind fight? Looks like. I missed that out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he doesn't have the blind script.
Oh, okay.
He went into the room and blind was still there. Weird. Anyway, he's using some Mario strats. As always, that's fun to watch.
Yeah, watch blind pop up and into a block.
Oh, he doesn't have any posters, I believe. He's using pause buffering strats. Oh, that's gonna be right in the face. A Petrie kills blind. Oh, Chloe found the fire rod.
Ah, we missed it.
Yeah, it was likely the big chest?
No, big chest isn't checked yet.
Okay, so it was pretty easy. So Skullwoods is clearable, and so is Ice Palace.
And Turtle Rock.
And Turtle Rock, yep. Well, we need the bombs for that, though.
Yeah,
we need the bombs.
once we can enter it.
Yeah. So we're only a bombos away, and considering that at this point in the game, the pedestal can only have the bombos, let's just say that the pedestal is very, very, very unlikely.
Life support.
It's on life support, yeah. And Raven's taking another death on blind. Oof.
Ravis, please just take a rain check. You'll feel better.
He's got plenty of hearts, and it's rough because the thing is that he does not have the blind script. That means that like he needs to do other strategies in order to take down blind.
Yeah, no script and green mail.
And green mail too, and you start with only 7 hearts. That's a tricky fight. But it looks like Ravis is going to just trying to set up. He sets the 3 down, gets Samaria. Any form of damage will do because all blind really does, it takes 9 hits to go down, regardless of what weapon you use. There we go.
Ravis.
That was a rough blind fight.
That it was, and all for a bloopy too.
Yeah, and Chloe did take down Argus, and that's another crystal for his collection. Raven's going to activate his flute. This is the auditory flute call.
Yep.
Nick is now here.
Oh yeah, Chloe never turned in the mushroom earlier. Does have some Arya now. Could see a fake powder. Oh, we'll see Skullwoods first, of course.
Yeah.
Probably a pet check right after it, just to make sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's in the right direction. He will be able to do... He's able to take down Skullwoods, go and kill Mafia. Now, with the fact that he's got the book in hand, and it's on life support, it's very close to dying. But if we do get a pet check, and it happens to be Bombos, ooh, that's going to be a tough one. But the good news is that since both the pendant layout is in a way where Desert Palace and Pod are like really the most, like the easiest dungeons to clear in this set, it shouldn't be a problem in order to get those out of the way.
Yeah, just a little bit of a nuisance.
It's a nuisance, yeah. Chloe on the Mothra fight, aka the fight that is so very nicely programmed, but it's an easy kill for Chloe nonetheless.
Yeah, down goes the moth and a swagnet.
Okay.
The moth's true weakness being captured.
Oh. Wait, that makes no sense. How does a moth hold a bug net when moths are bugs themselves? How does that make any sense?
It all comes from Paradox Cave. We're still in the cave.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's that key, by the way. I think it's that's the third key. And gonna have that mirror out. And okay, we're gonna have that pet check. Remember, Bombos is the only thing that could potentially be on the pedestal that is of progression. But it's very, very unlikely for that. Just Couch Cast. Okay, that eliminates it. We know it's not on the... So that's it. Yeah, at this point, because at that point in the game, when you're only a Bombos away from Go mode, it's not likely you'll find it there. It's a very low chance that was gonna be on the pedestal. Sorry to break it to you, chat.
Alright, well, I'm going with my original hype of it's on Batman.
Fair play. Fair call.
Yep. Magic Bat. That's the favorite go-to play here.
I mean, also to be fair, you can also go into Ice Palace. Potentially the Bombos could be there as well. It's only 3 items inside the dungeon, but it is a possibility. But also a possibility is Bumper Cave.
Yeah, we found it by P-Train in the Swamp Big Chest, apparently.
Yep. And that was a heart container from the swamp, from the Bumper Cave. That's what it was.
Chloe, go back to Swamp.
Chloe already cleared Swamp.
Didn't get the Big Chest.
Yeah, but it's... For him, it's let's get started from him. Scruff's gonna grab that Burna. But P-Train's gonna do Misery Mire. This is a new one. 2 items, but it's a new one.
Well, P-Train's in Go mode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Go mode? It was in the swamp bitch chat? Oh!
Yeah. That's what I was saying. You're like, yeah, it's not a concern, but it's Bombos.
Okay! Okay, Patreon pretty much has full control. I'm just wholly focused on Chloe Power. I didn't even see Patreon come from behind. It's been a long day for me, alright? It's been a long
I don't
day.
blame you. It's been a long week, and that's why we have Rando for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Misery, Mire, and Turtle Rock are Bombos? Okay.
Oh.
Weird.
So even then, the pedestal would have been dead. Actually, no, wait. The pedestal would have had an opportunity too, because it had there was 2 remaining. And there was only 3 medallions that had only been there.
Well, we originally had Quake marked on Mire, but it was Bombos all along. We all got nuked.
You thought wait.
Chat thought it was originally. I'll blame Chat. Chat said it first.
You thought the first medallion was Quake, but it was I, Bombos!
Yep. And goodbye, Dino Kitty. Ravis takes down the Helmsaur for a map. And a green pendant.
I'm sorry, I don't know. That was a horrible meme on my part, I'm sorry. I want to meme too hard.
I think I missed it. And P-Train gets right on to Vitreous.
Space Invaders, Galaga, whatever you want to call it.
Blinking
Easy
contest.
kill. Easy kill.
Yeah, Vitreous also giving us a map, but that's fine. P-Train's in go mode. He doesn't care.
Yep. At this point, he's on a mad dash. So he's gonna run Turtle Rock last. We know this for a fact.
Well,
actually,
no,
Turtle
because
Rock,
it's fast scanning.
Well, yeah, since fast scan is there, we might see Turtle Rock earlier than normal, and maybe we can route in. Maybe if we route Eastern Palace early, because we did kill Aga. We have that portal on the castle.
Yep.
Makes things a lot more
Either way, P-Train's just gonna keep on chugging right through these dungeons. Oh yeah, Math Girl points out that they'll just be able to save and quit in the Dark World and be right again, and so there's also that. So that's the convenience of a fast scan, at least. But both P-Train and Chloe are running through Ice Palace here. One in go mode, the other not so much. Ravis will be turning in the green pendant to Sahashala for a red rupee. Kill the big red monster, get a big red rupee. At least he kept to his theme. Scruff is going to go up to a floating island, pick up a golden sword.
Be the first player to get that gold sword.
Yep, that'll be nice.
Brave is going to be, looks like, going to check that pedestal without going to Skull Woods, because he does not have the fire rod yet. We'll find out it's going to be 3 bombs.
Couch cash.
Yeah, couch cash, but same thing. Pretty much. Oh, he's got the pedestal. He's always pine pulling it. Oh, he cleared pod. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Varric, you got me, yeah. You got me, Gravis. You got me. 50 bucks.
Yeah, Ravis may have accidentally oops all dungeoned.
Even though it didn't need to do it. It was...
It's fine. The pedestal has been pulled. And Ravis is a hero in our hearts.
Cold stare for Petrie.
Yeah. And Chloe about to drop in unannounced as well.
And a pretty clean fight from Petrie.
Yeah, Chloe unfortunately doesn't have the bombos to make it a little bit faster to open up Cold Stare, but it'll still be a fast fight.
Yeah.
Nonetheless. 1, 2, and 3. There it goes.
Really? That's even better fight from Chloe.
Yep.
So Scruff looks like it might be doing... Yeah, he's doing Spike Cave.
Yep. No love in Spike Cave today, though. Well, I mean, there's little, but still. Chloe is off to buy some potions. Oh, and turn in the mushroom. There's Arcana Burna for Chloe. Secondary invincibility item, not necessarily needed. But, yeah, couple little angry pulls on the door frame.
Right. So Scruff... Wonder where he's gonna go next. Probably Thieves Town.
Yeah, going on back into Thieves Town. If I remember right, he fought blind, died to blind, and then noped out. Chloe's dipping pod though.
This is rough for Chloe. Petrie on the Mafia fight. An easy kill for Petrie. Getting that bug net, which I still don't understand why Mafia has a bug net, even though he's a bug himself.
Well, obviously, if you're a bug and your only weakness is a bug net, then take away the bug net. So the silly human can't catch you. Sorry, silly Hyrulean.
Wait, is it one of those Pokemon Go raids? It could be those. It could be a Pokemon Go raid reference.
I have no idea. I don't understand the reference.
A raid, when you defeat the raid boss itself, it shrinks out. You can catch it.
Okay.
Anyway, Petrie is opting to do Eastern Palace next and then go into Turtle Rock. I mean, sure.
Yeah, I mean, either way, he's got a little bit of walking to do. Get
think
to
the-
either one, but
I think either way, the fastest route from it is not from Eastern Palace up to the portal, the castle portal. It's probably saving quits from Turtle Rock, and then go up into the castle portal, and
well,
then
no, they just save and quit in Dark World, and they're at the pyramid.
oh, right, they have the mirror, and they have Aga 1, they have Aga 2, they have Aga 1 killed. Right, that's true.
So yeah, that's why B-Train's doing it.
I'm trying my best, alright? It's been a long weekend. It's been a long week.
And Ravis will now be going into Swamp Palace. Chloe killing off the King Helmasaur. And of course, Chloe knows that there's nothing on Landmolus and there's nothing on Ped, so there's no reason to go and pull that.
Yep.
Just gonna check that green pendant.
Featuring on the Armos fight.
Yep. And Scruff also in Swamp. To go ahead and answer the chat, what exactly does early boot 7-7 fast Ganon mean? That means we actually start the seed with the boots. 7-7 means our crystal count settings. In version 31, you can set a different count of crystals for both entering Ganon's tower and being able to defeat Ganon. So with 7 and 7, that means it's 7 to enter and 7 to harm Ganon. Fast Ganon will mean that the hole in the top of the pyramid is already open, so we don't have to climb Ganon's tower to go ahead and defeat him.
Yeah, that
we
does
don't have
mean...
to go through Aghanim 2 boss fight, so that just saves us the time of Ganon's tower altogether.
That's what I was going to say. You don't have to kill Aga 2 for the Ganon fight.
Yep.
So P-Train on their way over to Turtle Rock.
Chloe's still looking for the Bombos tablet. Chloe, please go back to Swamp, my friend.
Good news is, though, is that Scruff is on their way over to... You get the Fire Rod, but he also is going to get the Bombos later on. So he's almost set for go mode.
Well, let's...
Pretty much.
If
It's,
he wants to dip back in for the big chest. What else can Chloe do? Chat. There's a couple of checks. There's not many as far as item density goes.
yeah. Chloe gets down rocked. He's going to wait for it to respawn. Although he could use Quake and make them killable. That wastes time. We're not going to do that. P-Train grabs a key from the first chest. Lucky. But he's going to make a brief detour to go and grab that big key. Most importantly.
Yeah.
There's that big key.
Yep.
Pretty much on their way to finish off this seed once and for all.
Yeah, both of our Argus fights for Ravis and Scruff. Ravis is finished. Scruff about to follow that up with
Approaching
his
phase
beautiful
2.
golden sword.
Yep, approaching phase 2. I can't for the life of me do the machine gun method where you just you just constantly throw out the hook shot and then you have your sword poking over and over and over again. That's just something I just cannot do. Here's the worst room in the entire game, this chain chomp room.
Alright, so yes, Ravis is going back for the big chest. Alright, good on Ravis. And will Scruff do the same? Yes, okay. They will see their bombos shortly and also be in go mode. Yes.
So is Ravis, too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Ravis and Scruff.
Okay, good. So Ravis is in go mode first, then Scruff is going to be go mode in a little bit. Cool, we're checking the purple chest, for him at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that gold sword out of it. And there's bombos for our other two runners. Yeah, they'll each have a couple of dungeons still to clear out to catch up to P-Train, so... Yeah. Skullwoods, Ice Palace, Misery Mire, and Turtle Rock. 4 for them still left to clear. Once Chloe does go back to Swamp, it'll only be 2 dungeons to clear for him. Which, it looks like Chloe might finally be going back.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty much exhausted all the potential checks he can really do, and at this point he knows that he needs to go back into the Swamp House in order to finish the seed.
Well, he had never checked Zora.
Well, he ordered Zora for a good reason.
Yeah, I know. He's a scam artist.
Not because he's a scam artist, but because his routing when he was doing the early Aga play, he got the flippers and he didn't want to like waste time doing the flipper checks. And since he was pretty close to being in, he wanted to take a gamble and go into Aga 1 and hope to find some progression there.
Well,
and he did find
his
progression.
flipper checks. He did get his shovel and a bottle, so
yeah. But at the time, he was just gambling on the potential that there was progression, and there was progression, and that was the gloves for his perspective, at least. Yep. We know that originally there were many ways to get the bottle, but most importantly, you can get a bottle earlier on by getting the vanilla bottle from the hobo, from using the flippers from the front of escape, and then grabbing those gloves there. But instead, it's you a little bit further into Aga 1 territory, in which it was required. And P-Train has taken down Trinex. That's his 7th crystal, and it's going to be fighting Ganon right as soon as possible. There is no big key guessing game, chat. Just want to make things clear.
Yeah. Sorry, chat. No big key guessing game tonight. It is fast Ganon after all, which means we will not need to climb the tower. As you can clearly see, P-Train does have 3 swords, so there definitely is no reason to climb it.
Yeah, the only reason why you would ever go to Ganon's tower is if at least 3 swords are inside Ganon's tower and you're only stuck with the fire. P-Train is on the Ganon flight, and this will be a breeze for him, since this is going to be your bog standard Ganon fight. With the fact that you got the silver arrows really early, get the silver arrows, not too hard at all. On to phase 3. Alright, P-Train. Oh no, Silver, my one true weakness. There is some Silver in the face. P-Train getting torch glitch. Only one more to go, and he's on his way. And that is going to be the run. And get your GG's in chat. The pig has gone down. And all he has to do now is cross that 1x3 bridge, and he will be finishing off this seed.
And there it is, finishing first on our e-stream.
And with an official SRL time of 1:27 flat. Sorry about that. You can go ahead.
Yep. P-Train 24 will finish second, beaten only by Blaine at a time of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 12 seconds. And P-Train has now joined us. GG.
GG.
GG. So I did not expect a second place finish there after seeing Blaine's finish.
Yeah.
I think I know what got everybody. And I'm going to guess it was the big chest in Swamp Palace?
Most likely, yes.
Currently, the others have gone back for it. Chloe is the one who has skipped it. So far is the only one to skip it, rather.
Yeah, I felt really good about my early route. I don't know if y'all saw this. I don't know when the restream came live, but I was going to use the MSU pack, and then like 5 minutes before the start of the race, they were like, "Hey, P-Train, you're on restream." So I was like, "Oh, okay. Let me not use the MSU pack. I'll let them use the audio." But apparently, I put the race ROM in the wrong folder, so I actually uploaded like an inverted seed. So I lost like a minute to putting the right seed on my SD to SNES. So there was that. That was like the whole start of the race. But I felt really good. Because of that, I did a really aggressive Aga play, which worked out. You know, I got the glove on the pyramid. Felt really good about that. Pod was empty. Didn't feel too great about that. EP was empty. Didn't feel good about that either. Went and did the mountain. Hera didn't have anything. So at that point, I'm feeling awful. Then I saw the glove on Sick Kid, and I thought, all right, so for 90% of the field, they found mitts on pyramid, which meant no pod, likely no play up the mountain. Just, I felt really bad after that point. So all of that led up to me kind of full clearing the world. Like, there really wasn't an opportunity to skip anything in the seed, with the exception of I didn't route Skull Woods in. I also passed on Bumper Ledge and Graveyard Ledge. That's like the only real thing that I skipped. Everything just routed in so sensibly, it kind of, it felt bad to skip anything, right? So I full cleared the entire world. So now we're at Swamp Palace, and I have the option to go back in for 2 items. At that point in the game, after finding Fire Rod, for me, those 2 items in Swamp Palace were 2 out of 8 total locations open to me at the time. So I was like, all right, 2 out of 8, that's not a bad chance. Let's just go ahead and do left side swamp. I've already full cleared, so I kind of need something crazy to bring me back into the seed. And then that ended up being it. Like, when I saw Bombos there, I was like, all right, so maybe all of the God Routers out there, you know, they have 2 items left in Swamp, and they're like, no, I have Pod, I have Eastern, I have Smiths, I have Era, I have all this wonderful stuff I could do. So I'm going to skip the big chest. That's what I was kind of hoping happened as I was running the seed after I found Bombos.
Actually, it was pretty marvelous in comparison to everyone else for UP Train. Like you said, you were full clearing the world, so you were ending up with a plethora of items just sitting in your pocket. Everyone else was like dipping locations they could get to, dipping into dungeons, kind of swapping back and forth with the myriad of like mirrors to light world and dark world, just back and forth. And you're just clearing out the world, cleaning it out, putting it in your pocket, and you went into Swamp, you grabbed the Bombos after going back in for it, and then just swept through all the dungeons. didn't even have to worry about hunting for an item at that point.
Yeah, Bombos Go mode was really nice, and the fact that I found Bombos and Fire Rod like back to back was really nice. Bombos would have given me, honestly, if I'd gotten Bombos, I probably would have gone straight to Ice Palace, just because for me, like that's like the V31 special. If you get Bombos and you're looking for the Fire Rod's going to be an Ice Palace. So yeah, that felt really nice to be able to go mode ice, to find Fire Rod and Bombos back to back. I had committed, like when I went back in the swamp, I was going to do the big chest and left side swamp, even if I found an item in the big chest. I was going to do left side for one item, so luckily that paid out this season.
Yeah.
I almost want to know what Blaine did. I feel like I can see Blaine's route, because this seed, like if you last location Aga and mid, so the pyramid is your mids, like I can definitely see you making sensible plays, because you get book and hype. Let's say you skip Thieves Town, you get book and hype cave. Obviously, you're going for the flute. There's no way you pick up the flute without diving desert, so that gives you a hook shot. Hook shot gives you the hammer, and at that point, if you just clear the dungeons that are available to you and you skip the overworld at that point, you're basically in go mode. Like can't think of one item after Aga that was in the overworld, honestly, outside for the flute, which you knew. I'm assuming everybody went to Aga and scouted that item, or Agina and scouted that item. I can't imagine skipping that.
Yeah, I don't believe anyone did skip Agina's cave.
So yeah, it was a straightforward seed if you just didn't mess around too much on the overworld.
Yeah, Chloe made that early gamble for the Aga play, which for the most part paid out. It's just he got stuck looking for Bombos.
Yeah, that was one thing I was really banking on. I was like, maybe the people who are full clearing the world, maybe they get hung up on Bombos. Because for me, it was a 2 out of 8 chance of having my progression. You know, and I also, in addition to that, we're talking about what, a full clear of ice. So that's, even though we're talking about 2 out of 8, that's not that bad, but it saves me the time that I would spend full clearing ice, full clearing swamp, you know, full clearing all these other dungeons and overworld locations. So worked out.
Yeah, very well done. Definitely. The only other thing I could think, of course, you know, Wayne probably skipped pod. Definitely, more than likely skipped Hera, I'd assume. Desert was required, so can't skip that one. But I mean, you only get what, 2 items out of there and you're done, so don't even have to full clear it.
Yeah. It was also really hard to Orphan Graveyard Ledge, because that's like the one payout. That was the one payout I got in pod was Cape. So I was like, the only way to redeem that entire dungeon dive is if something's on Graveyard Ledge. But at the same time, like I had cleared so much, like it felt like I was on Death Mountain forever. Doing all the Dark World, the Light World stuff, routing in the Spiral Cave to Ether Tablet, the Spike Cave, just felt like forever in a day. So I was like, I have to cut something. And then by the time I got to Swamp, there was nothing left to cut. So I was like, well, let's just hope that progression. I wanted it to be on left side Swamp, actually, but Big Chest was fine.
What is Scruff still looking for? Because he just went to read the pedestal and gave it a couple of rage slashes. And I mean, he's in go mode, so I don't know what
I think he was just doing it just because. I don't know.
Could be. Oh yeah, but his Goldwoods is done. He's off the Turtle Rock too. Ravis is entering and Chloe's moving along. So our last 3 finishes should come in pretty quickly from them. And actually a collection rate of 137 of 216 for you, B-Train. Not bad.
Shit.
And Ravis with a death there.
Taking a backseat here, just waiting for the next couple of runners to finish. All three runners are in Turtle Rock. Chloe's about to finish up with his Turtle Rock run. Chloe makes the final ride to the Tyrannex fight, and Scruff has pretty much entered it at this point, I would imagine.
Yeah, and a couple slashes to each side. Those are down. Phase 2 for Trinex. Lose the shell. Snake around.
Down goes Trinex.
More like no necks, am I right?
No, just no. Chloe's got a 7 crystal, and Scruff is making their way to do that just now. It's going to be Ravis going to be finishing up just before Chloe. Just after Chloe, well, just before, like, what am I saying? Ravis is ahead of Scruff right now. Let's just say that. Chloe drops down onto the Ganon fight.
Ooh, and Chloe takes a death to Ganon. It's alright, we just respawn back up at the top of the pyramid. Take it from the top. Getting the bow ready, perhaps for a Quicksilver arrow once the 4th phase is entered. Meanwhile, Ravis does take down Trinex. Ganon shouts, "Oh no, silver, my one true weakness." And we've got a torch glitch. Trinex is down for Ravis.
Scruff approaching Trinex as well. And Chloe almost down with the scanning fight. And that'll be it. Get your Jesus in chat for Chloe per hour.
Alright, just cross that bridge and then we're done. And there it is.
Chloe Power has finished second on the race stream with an official SRL time of 1:42.03, and that's good for 16th place overall. Going in descending order, we had Rallin Tenkier in 15th place with a time of 1:41.24. Adirondack Rick in 14th place with a time of 1:41.22. Dragon Strike 1988 in 13th place with a time of 1:40.30. BBB Kermit in 12th place with a time of 1:38.26. D Demolisher won in 11th place with a time of 1:37.50. Current FFD in a time of 1:37.39 in 10th place. Urtus Bism of a time of 1:37.29 in 9th place. Hydra Power in 8th place with a time of 1:44.07. Waywards in 7th with a time of 1:33.17. Gamachu in 6th place with a time of 1:32.03. Frostbite in 5th, time of 1:31.18. Selga Desan in 4th place with a time of 1:29.19. Yeah. And Cassidy Moen in 3rd place with a time of 1:29.01.
And chat's gonna go ahead and take a guess at the big key guessing game because Ravis has entered the tower. But we have been joined in chat here by Chloe. Chloe, GG.
Hi! What is going on?
We don't know. Ravis forgot its fast cannon. It's been a long week. We're all forgetting things.
Did he, or is he just memeing?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Alright, I mean... Maybe he accidentally kept the old seed that was rolled first? Because they accidentally rolled a defeat Ganon seed before this seed.
Oh, I was gonna ask if you meant P-Train's accidental inverted seed.
Oh, no, but that's interesting too.
Yeah. We did have an inverted seed off stream while we were having technical difficulties.
Yeah, within like the first... I think we got up within, what, 2 minutes or something, so P-Train only lost like a minute to it, so no big deal.
Yeah, I bet he went
made
back
that up
and
pretty
swapped.
quick.
Came back strong.
Yeah.
Alright,
well, I wasn't counting, but I'm gonna assume that big key was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10.
I don't know. It just
Math Girl says 13. I'll
unofficial
take your
guessing
word
game.
for it.
It's an unofficial guessing game. Like it was clearly an unofficial Ganon seed. Unofficial guessing game because it was. Clearly, this is something's not right here. And down goes Ganon for Scruff. Get your GG's in chat for him.
Alright, so finishing 3rd on the ring stream and in 19th place overall, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna with an official SRL time of 1 hour 45 minutes and 29 seconds. Joining us now is Scruff. GG Scruff, how are you tonight?
GG's. I'm doing better now that the seed is over. Oh, jeez.
did you skip out on Swamp Palace too?
No, I just decided to do really stupid gambles that I thought would pay off, and then they did. Oh, I did fake flippers and got an early glove, and then thought, hey, maybe I should go to, you know, Death Mountain.
I was wondering how that would have played out, getting... Because I got like 3 bottles before I finally visited Sick Kid.
It didn't play out very well.
all of them were locked behind Aga too, so it wasn't like that glove was in logic before you beat Aga.
Right?
It was terrible.
But it was still fun. I enjoyed the fact that my last minute decision not to stick with a ped seed paid off because I happened to see Blaine finish at like an hour and 15 minutes. I was stuck with just 4 items that could have been useful on ped, and I was thinking, alright, if I don't find any of those, I'm gonna go with... And that was about the time that I went up to East Death Mountain, so I found the cane and the hammer, and like, okay, if I find Ice Rod, Fire Rod, or Bombos, I'm, skipping ped. And I find Ice Rod. It's like, alright, if I don't find the other 2...
Yeah, so what P-Train ended up doing, he was actually clearing most of the world, the overworld and dark world first. Then finally ended up going in a swamp, getting Bombos, going into go mode, and then just sweeping up the rest of the crystals.
Yeah, there was
Which is
not a
pretty
ton in dungeons, really. The only dungeon that had stuff was Swamp Palace, really.
And Desert.
Oh, yeah.
Desert.
Oh,
had-
and Desert. Desert was loaded.
Yeah,
Yep,
I mean,
that's
Hook
right.
Shot.
it kind of counts.
And then the Fire Rod, Bombos, and I'm so glad I went back in for the big chest. The big chest. I had finished Argus, thinking, all right, there's at least 2 items. Should I go back? And then I was like, yeah, let's just go back. Let's open up the big chest, see what's in it. And then, boom, Bombos.
Yeah, I didn't go back. I ended up full clearing like all of Ice Palace and doing a bunch of overworld checks that I didn't need to.
Oof.
Well,
See,
the sad thing is that, the sad thing is that you were behind Ravis until he went into Ganon's tower directly after clearing Chinex.
Oh no. What is he looking for?
Nothing. He's
I think he
currently
thinks
killing Aga too.
I think he thinks it's defeat Ganon.
Oh no.
Or he's just memeing on us and being like, I'm only using 1% of my power.
Oh, okay. Oh shoot, that's right. I was supposed to meme too, but I forgot. Dang it.
I mean, you memed the pedestal.
Oh, that's true.
Ravis pulled the pedestal.
There you go.
He's too powerful. He's still gonna subdue it too.
Ravis pulled
Oh
the
my God.
pedestal. Ravis climbed GT.
He's doing in all dungeons in less than 2 hours. What the heck?
I know, Aga was required, so it's whatever.
Good
I don't
lord.
understand. I don't understand either. My brain's fried after seeing this play.
Oh man, did anyone find any armor whatsoever?
No.
Ravis
Ravis
found
found
blue mail
what?
in GT.
Oh goodness. That probably means red mail is gonna be vanilla.
Red mail's probably also in GT.
Yeah, that's
Nah, I gotta show you this just because it was funny talking about it in the IRC chat just before the race was started. We were all making jokes about GT not absolutely being required because it's fast cannon, and Dwayne was like, "Yeah, it's all right. Every time you go by it, just spit at it." And so it's like, "All right, fine. I'll just use my Cane of Samaria and I'll kick a block into it. That'll be my spit." Oh my gosh, poor Ravis. At least he gets to flex that he did in all dungeons in like 153.
yeah, but he didn't even find Gold Sword.
He didn't?
Do
Oh
purple
my God.
chest, I guess.
No, he didn't do purple.
No, he did. I think you did.
Didn't. Or unless he didn't get the swamp, another sword that I might be forgetting.
Well, let's see. There was the one in the Thief drop down in Lostwood, one in Purple Chest, one in Floating Island,
It was
and
probably-
the Master Sword?
Floating Island.
Mini Moldorm Cave.
Ah, right.
Floating
say
Island
he
was
left
the
Floating
skippable one. Yeah. I was contemplating it, but I was only at Master at the time when I found it.
Whenever I see gold, if it's not that far out of the way, I just go for it.
Oh, I died in Misery Minor.
Alright, and the big pig is down for Ravis.
Yay!
All he has to do is cross the bridge.
I will say this though before we get to Ravens' official time. Actually, we can use it here. He's finished in 20th place, in 4th place recently, and 20th place on a roll with a time of 1:51.36. Before Scrubs finished, we had Guitar Girl TS9 in 18th place with a time of 1:45.06, and Big Dunka in 17th place with a time of 1:42.59.
Yep. So GG to everybody. We'll see if we can maybe get Ravis in here for an interview.
Frickin' Ravis. I love it. 151.36.
Yep, there he is. Hi, Ravis. GG.
Nice all dungeons, by the way.
What was that about, Ravis?
And he just leaves.
What?
Are you just flexing on us? Oh, thanks. I think
You
he's
might
just
be having mic
disconnecting.
problems, actually.
There he is. Hi, Ravis.
Okay. Why did you go into GP?
Oh my god. Okay, I can. There's no excuse whatsoever.
Why'd you go to
guys.
GP?
Ravis, you should have just said you were flexing on us. That would have been fine.
Right?
Give me a minute, guys. I need to be myself.
Oh,
I mean, fair, he only lost like 6 minutes to Scruff.
And he would have beaten me too. Jesus.
So
Did you think
what happened?
Blaine 115 this seed? With a GT5?
Oh my god.
Oh, poor Ravis is broken.
Alright. First of all, I mistracked Hera as a crystal. I was like, oh dang, it's gotta be DP crystal. I didn't map check a second time. And then I found the second pendant in DP, and I was like, oh god dang, it was Easter. And then I forgot it was Fast Ganon. Wow, I'm laughing so hard, guys. I'm even crying.
the sad thing is, the best thing about it too is it's you still got it in sub too as well.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's
like,
amazing.
dying to blind fighters. Oh god, I can't start.
Oh.
Oh my god. Okay, calm down. So I played awkwardly today. I don't know what happened today.
Apparently, this seed was just horrendous for everybody that played it.
Except for Patron and Blaine. That's something to consider too.
Yeah, I mean everything came together. Like I mistracked everything. I forgot it was Fast Ganon. I didn't play well today. I was wondering in the second half of the race what I should do in the next couple of weeks before going to SG Live, because having something like that 2.5 weeks before that is not really what you want.
So, I don't know if you're looking at the IRC, but apparently Kermit just forfeited because he had the wrong seed.
Oh my god, he downloaded the first
Are
one.
you kidding me?
Oh,
What?
Oh god! Stop
Okay,
that!
I'm out of here. I've seen it all. It's time for me to go. I've seen it all.
It's a weird day in Germany today, I guess.
This is terrible seed. Not even the right seed, it was terrible.
That's even worse than me. Come on.
we've officially broken Professor Renderer by giving him a paradox of the bug net on Mothula, and a forfeit from the wrong seed, and an Oops All Dungeons blind ped pull.
And GT.
We've just seen
Oh,
it
this
all
is
in
great.
one night. Oh, and of course y'all weren't aware, but P-Train also accidentally loaded the wrong seed initially and loaded a inverted seed, like lost a minute to it.
Oh no.
But I still made up for it pretty great.
Yeah, he finished second.
I take that.
All right, we gotta get everything. We gotta wrap this up finally. Any final thoughts on this seed for you three?
This was a
GG's
great
to
evening.
everybody. GG's, just GG's. Thanks for having me, and was fun. And yeah,
Oh yeah, thanks for having me. Jeez, this has been fun.
It has been fun. But that's gonna do it for us. So be sure to follow the Forerunners, Ravers, P-Train, Chloe, Power, and Scruff, and be sure to follow our crew. We had Ginksy Girl and Math Girl. Both did a great job tracking behind the scenes. I'm Professor Render, and my co-commentator is Poseidon. And be sure to follow the Speed Gaming family networks from 1 through 6, as well as our multilingual channels, including French, Dutch, Portuguese, and Spanish. I gotta get out of here. Take care, everybody.
Good night, everyone.